Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Landedkiller show. And as promised, I'll be doing a review on Brandenburg today. So you can find Brandenburg in the premium shop right now in patch 10.10. $51.20 is the standard, $89.99 is commander, and $99.99 for the admiral. Only difference between standard and commander and admiral packs is being able to get special camo and a special flag and higher point commander and some credits and flags. Your credit earning flags are standard ones. As the armory, we'll go in here real quick. Mind you can't use your coupon on this. It's new. Why is it doing this? There it is. You can see here it goes for 12,800 doubloons in the armory, or 22,550 for commander, or 23,550. I'm just going to show you. You're not really getting anything special, but the silly eagle camouflage signals, more signals, credits, commander, commemorative flag. Without further ado, we're going to start with what is this ship? Where did they pull this out of? So they say it's a battleship designed close to Bismarck, but carried an armament that was 12,305s instead of the Bismarck's 380 millimeter guns. This is similar to that Odin ship. It was a dockyard ship some time ago. It's a little bit better. It's got another turret on it. Still gets some nice torpedoes, 6 kilometer range. Let's go into skills. So I have Demolition Expert, Vigilance, Long Range Secondary Battery Shells, Manual Secondary Battery Aiming. I would say probably your fire prevention over close quarters combat, because you're going to be fighting from long range most of the time in the game now, if we're being honest. And yeah, I know I got the Starscream commander on here. I don't feel like spending an extra $50 just to get the commander out of there. If I got a commander lying around, I'm going to use it. Let's get into armor. It's pretty interesting. Got a 32 millimeter plating here. Fore-end armor belt 60 millimeters. Deck 50 millimeters. Frontal plate of turret 360 millimeters. 150 sections. 130 at the very top. Side of turret 220. Barbette 340. We got some interesting armor belts here. We got 145 millimeters here. 350 here, 350 there, and 38 on the side. Superstructure, 19 millimeters. Conning tower, 350 millimeters. 220 at the top. 19 millimeter superstructure probably set on fire easily. Then we got our secondaries. Look like they have their barbettes for the secondaries at 80 millimeters on top of the deck here. Little section at the top, still 19. Get to the back here, we still got this. Got the 80 millimeter deck, so it goes from 32 millimeters at the floor, 50 millimeters at the front. Middle is 80 millimeters, and then the back we get to 50, and then the 32 millimeters, which is good from HE. So they'll have to get IFHE to pen through your armor a bit. Aft end plating 32 millimeters. We got an armor belt of 80 millimeters, bottom of 50 millimeters. Take a look at, it's got a conning tower at the back for 150 millimeters too. Let's take off all this extra junk and get to the nitty gritty, shall we? Interesting. So the central part here is 50 millimeters, and then you have outer parts that are 80. That's interesting. Let's take a look at these turret barbettes. Turret barbettes 220. We got a section of 220 and 340 at the top. So we have 150 millimeter sections in the turret as well. Citadel deck 80 millimeters and 100 millimeters toward the outer edges here. And we got this weird ass shape here, 220, and then the whole ship comes together with this small Citadel with warship of 180 millimeters. Our Citadel torpedo bulkhead is 45 millimeters. It's all in one piece. Warship at the back 38 millimeters and 110 millimeters. I just find it interesting that it curves out to this. This is probably because of the torpedo protection. That's probably why. And then when you put torpedo protection on, then you have this 350 and this side plane of 38, and that's why it's like that. All right, let's take a look at survivability. Survivability 58,800. Torpedo protection damage reduction 30%. Artillery 4x3s 305 millimeters, a little longer reload than Odin. 26.5 second reload, 180 degree time, 30 seconds. You can look at the rest of the stats there. You can see that we got some good damage. 36,000 for HE, 28% fire chance, 76 millimeter pen. AP 9,400, maximum range 18.5 kilometers. Secondaries here are out to a nice 10.9 kilometers because of skills and equipment. 105s, and we got some 150s here. Pretty good reload time of 3 seconds, and then to 6.8 seconds and 150. Your main battery range is 18.5 kilometers on Brandenburg here. Torpedoes are 2x4s. Do a damage of 13,700, 64 knots. Detectability by sea is 13.3 kilometers. So close range. You got the airstrike here, 2 attack flights. Aircraft are 2,000 HP. Non damage is 3,700. Two available flights, 2 attacking flights, which is really good against submarines. Range is 10 kilometers, also good. Reload time 60 seconds. It's really good. Keep in mind that might change depending on how they balance subs in the future. AA, we got here. Continuous damage 351, pretty decent. Damage by shell explosions, 1,000. Or sector reinforcing 35, 5.2 fire range for AA. Good skip bomber attack and probably hit him pretty good. Ability 32.5 knots, turning circle radius 820 millimeters, rudder shift time 15.7 seconds. Road detectability by sea 14.1 kilometers on average, ranges from 12.8 to 16.1 to 18.5. Detectability by subs looks like 10.1 kilometers. 0 at maximum depth. Detectability by air 13.1 to 16.2, normal 10.1. Short detectability range 2.0. 1.8 kilometers after firing gun shell. Equipment. I have concealment system modification 1 to keep a little detected. Damage control system modification 2 to help with survivability. Secondary battery system modification 1 to extend out the range, decrease dispersion. Damage control system modification 1 to help with fires and floods, main armaments 1. Depth charges, torpedoes, piercing, explosive. Get a choice of spotting aircraft or fighter aircraft. I would keep on spotting. You got your standard heal here. Normal damage control party, which is nice. Funny thing about this ship is that it actually entered the game much. I think this actually was in testing for a long time. Like ever since Odin, I want to say. It was stuck in testing ever since Odin came out, and then they just waited, I think, to release it till the second battleship line came out. Pretty smart when you think about it economically. So we're going to take it out in the co-op to test some secondaries. Really show off the ship a little bit, because if you go into randoms, you really don't get a chance to. It's just completely nuts in randoms right now with submarines anyway. chance to encounter subs is a little lower in co-op right now, I would say, but if we encounter subs, we encounter subs. It's just the nature of the game. There's not much you can do about it. Okay, we got lucky, no subs. Alright, here we go. Got some gummy. Got some CV, so you'll get to see this AA showing off a little bit. For best tactics and randoms, you're gonna want to stay probably about mid-range to long range, because the subs obviously don't push unless you feel you have support to.
I will prove myself as the true leader of the Decepticons.
Honestly, when you have captains lying around not going used, why not use them and not spend the extra 50 whatsits on some new captain that you have to retrain and all that? I mean, even though it has 10 skill points, what's the point of spending extra money for that when you already have it in your port, you know?
Good. It brings me closer to my goal.
And honestly, you already got Megatron on the darn first, so this kind of fits. I know it's not a CV, but hey, I'm not going to go gambling in loot boxes just to get max element. I already posted the results I got from the loot boxes in case you're interested. I put the video up about a couple days ago now. 5 minutes, 5 minute long. I'll show you that sometimes you don't always get the best results out of them containers. And it's a life lesson, you know, just to show you that sometimes it's not the best idea to go gambling on containers. I know some have gotten ships out of the containers. I know some people may have gotten lucky, but the vast majority of the time you're probably not going to pull a ship out of them containers. Rare chance. So hopefully we're going to see transparency on that in the near future. Goody. We'll get to test the secondaries a little bit. Notice that you don't have hydro, so you got to be careful, especially with subs and destroyers.
I see an Autobot battleship.
Change my target here to this cruiser. The AA is holding up pretty good. Some good secondary hits off. Sometimes your shells are going to ricochet a little bit. That happens, but this ship's strong suit, of course, is more close quarter engagements, which you kind of don't get a lot of these days due to the current sub situation.
My command brings Decepticons closer to victory.
Good hit off. Let's show them its torps off. That's why the ship has some torps to help you in situations like that. Get mine going against a darn battleship. Probably not going to sink them, probably still going to be alive. Some shots off of this Massachusetts. Nothing. Secondaries really do fire off decently. Overall impression of this ship is missed out on Odin, go get it. It's not a bad value. It's gonna be really handy in them brawls. I think the brawls go on for another couple of days and then they're out, then they're gone again.
Autobots would have lost eons ago if I'd been calling the shots.
Honestly, sometimes you wonder that. Would the Autobots have won? Would the Autobots have lost if Starscream was in charge? Because Megatron just took a long time to ever do anything at the end. So I want to drag things out. Shot down 10 planes, which was good. This battle's gonna wrap up here in a minute. Just want to say we got. I'll say thank you again for the 200 subs or whatever it's at now. Thank you. Appreciate you. If you guys like the ship's content, please do share it with your friends because I'll be honest with you, a lot more times goes into this ship's content than you think. Especially when you gotta render. Temp run videos, those come out a little fast. The fails videos do take a little while to edit. A good 10 to 15 minutes on average to edit those shorts into place. Other than that, I usually just post the whole Temp Run 2 gameplay and I trim out some waiting times and put it up. Ships, more hands-on. Battle's kind of dragging out a little bit. CV's still alive. Can't really turn around. There's not really much space to turn around. Assist and Flandre was secondaries not too long ago, and I gotta say that they're okay. Not the strongest. I think Gasconnet is still the strongest French secondary battleship. I'm trying to do at least 1 or 2 lower tier premium ship reviews per month here. I mean lower tier, I mean like tier 5 and below. So if I have ships sitting around my port and they're available in the premium shop, I might do videos on them. It's a little different situation for Fujin and Kamikaze, of course, because those ships are probably going to sit there and hold an auction or some other event. I'm not sure if they're going to be in Christmas containers this year. I'm pretty sure they're not. We'll know for sure, obviously, soon.
Eons ago if I'd been calling the shots. That's how it should be done, Megatron.
Game's just kind of going because the CV's not gone yet. Just want to say, people that stick around and watch the videos, I like you guys a lot. Wish we had more dedicated people who did that. Appreciate all of ya. Do a little horn salute. Thank you for watching the videos. Appreciate you. What am I being silly for? Maybe the spotter plane can get him. Nope, spotter plane can't get him. He's too far away. Honestly, one of the interesting things I find about this premium ship that I really like is the fact that these turrets turn pretty fast for a battleship. And I like this 22.5 reload. That's really nice. Props to Wargame for creating a decent premium ship. It's been a while. Like the latest ones haven't been up to par. You guys like that brawl video I made. I decided to go a little longer with that one because I figured we're all tired of the subs. I figure you guys might want that kind of a video instead, you know? Let's see if we can get him. These might hit. Come on, get him. One of them hit. One ricocheted. Alright, battle on him because they're capped. Which is good. Their damage there. 54,000, kind of more of an average game. We said 8 fires. Probably because of secondaries. Shut down 10 aircraft there. That's some damage to Cleveland, Amalfi, Benson, and Percival. Right, fourth on the team here. Yeah. $51.20 in the premium shop. I always recommend that folks purchase the standard. I just don't see the value in spending extra money just to get credits and signals. I just don't. But remember, please like, watch, and subscribe for future World of Warships and Temple Run 2 content. I appreciate all the support you guys give me. And take care, everybody. See you on the next one.